Setting up this warehouse itself and running it can be a nightmare. A nightmare any entrepreneur looking to expand is likely to face.
This is a 1 lakh square feet built up area and challenge is it starts with construction itself. We had to ensure that we had to wait for at least 1 year to get this constructed. After that the manpower was a big challenge. The other challenges are telephone and internet. So all this has to be built. For a telephone you have to pay as high as 2 lakh rupees investment because of the wiring which you have to pull in. This place belongs to Gram Panchayat, so they have their own systems of operating this. At times you cannot really operate the way you want to operate. So you have to ensure the goods goes in their van, and they charge X money. So all that is there and it's part and parcel of the business overall now. So we have understood the system, we are operating it.
It's what we call jugaad.
Yeah, all that jugaad you have to continue. Without that, this place is very difficult to operate.
Jugaad, an essential element in the dictionary of any winning warrior. But of course, it takes much more than just jugaad to look at scaling up your business further. And Jay Gupta sure seems ready to run to the finish.
We plan to come in for IPO in next 1.5 to 2 years.
More on how this winning warrior plans to spread the loot in just a bit. 6 years ago, the politics of who Mumbai belongs to may not have existed. But what was there then too was the feeling that this is the city where you can dream. And the young man from a small village called Raxol on the Indo-Nepal border decided to do just that.
Jay, you were born into a business family, so how much did that have to do with the fact that you started out on your own?
I come from a very small family and my father was into food, grains, etc. What he did, I think good is that every time he used to take me to office, even if I was 5-6 years old. So I do remember, like, if somebody had to go and collect the cash, they used to send me on the bike, take him along, So I remember all those days. I used to always think how he was dealing. I recollect a lot of things. So a lot of interaction at a very early age I could get, and I could see how he was doing business. And it keeps me motivated also that and what was his timing of working and how he never used to take holidays, etc., etc. A lot of things, yes, it has really helped me and it has made me hard because I've seen a very hard life of my parents.
Jay may have opted for retail, but within the family there was no background in the business, no mentors to guide him. 6 years ago, these people, his family, were the only support system he had, and that was enough to start up.
Once the decision was made that I'm going to get into the apparel business, what were the key challenges you were facing at that time?
I think after summing it up, the knowledge was not there, the experience was not there. To start that, I felt that let's go and do some job. I did not do the job at that point of time, but I did conduct a lot of exhibition. So I took a hall on rent and got the merchandise from Dharavi and other locations and put it on sale. That gave me a basic knowledge about that, okay, ladies 28-30 sizes are fast selling. For a men it is a medium and large size which is fast selling. And when I started interacting with the consumers in the exhibition, I could understand their mindset. So the learning came from there.
Were there any icons when you were setting up the business? Any examples you thought that these are the people who I want to follow?
See, following Tata Group itself, I think it's a pleasure to think about that, and you feel that okay, systems, processes, the integrity of the people, and you want to create such people which Tata Groups have done that. So yes, I do look at that group and that way, but they come from top to bottom. So when I relate to them, then we feel that they always had it, so they could get it right. To get it right, a different route has to be taken. So a lot of grey area here and there you have to go through in business, in day-to-day life, to get things. So once you achieve this, I would like to graduate there. That's where my inspirations are.
Now, one mantra that you think all entrepreneurs need to follow, especially people who don't have the backing of a corporate house or who are not following the top to bottom route?
I think they should face as much as possible problems. You face the problem. Instead of problem coming to you, you go and fight the problems. If you think that this is scaring you, you go there and sort it out. The more you face, the more challenges you are able to sort out, the more you are clear internally in terms of taking decisions.
Clearly, running away from challenges just isn't part of a winning warrior's DNA. In Jay's case, the problems are being faced head-on, and even as the tussle to sort them continues, Jay's already strengthening up his plans for the future. His immediate goal, to reach across Tier 1 and Tier 2 cities where the demand for fashion and discounts is on the rise.
Aim for the loot is definitely very high now on our cards, and we plan to expand as fast as possible. So we plan from this year, the target is around 200, and from there we want to take it above 300 stores in the next year. And we are working very hard to put the entire supply chain management in place. We are trying to work a lot on that so that the systems are in place, the infrastructure, and we are also looking forward for a lot of funding to come in the company so that we can scale it up.
Yeah, any plans of ever coming up with an IPO?
Definitely, it is. We plan to come in for an IPO in next 1.5 to 2 years, because currently the market is not up to the mark where investors can make money. So we are looking for private equity for the first round. So probably pre-IPO, you can call it, first round of private equity, and which we are looking forward in next 3 months some dilution to take place. And with that dilution, money will come and we'll speed it up.
Okay, and finally, one big roadblock you see ahead of you, one thing that you think is going to pose a challenge?
I think challenge will be supply chain management. In retail, I think clearly the challenge is handling supply chain management. And there are multiple barriers otherwise also, but we can handle all that. But I think the warehousing and the logistics is going to be a big challenge for going forward.
The challenges never stop when you're on your own. But a few entrepreneurs like Jay have the capability to meet them and beat them too. And sometimes even use adversities as advantages. In fact, this perseverance and courage, isn't this exactly what makes a winning warrior?